Hello. Testing, testing. You guys can hear? Cool. Welcome back to the Friday evening. Friday evening. So we are here. We're going to be talking about our relocation tours and why it is that you should go on a relocation tour and what a relocation tour is. So many of you guys are looking to leave and looking to move abroad and don't realize that the exploration stage is the second stage. So the first stage is the ideation stage. So you got to figure out where you're going to go and narrow it down to not only a continent, a country. And once you get to the country, you're going to figure out, okay, well, what city am I going to go to in said country? Many cities are going to offer completely different things. And once you get down to your city, you're going to get down to your neighborhood. And doing your research is going to allow you to at least narrow down because there's a lot of different places depending on where you go. And I'm gonna say that's not depending on where you go. There are a lot of different places in each country. Period. There are places that are already set up for expats to go and actually live. There are places that aren't set up for expat life. People in America, people that don't understand. Like there are so many things that are considerations when you have to figure out, okay, well, where am I going to go? And the first part, as I mentioned, is the thought process. What am I looking for? What is it that I'm leaving? What am I looking for? Once you figure that out, you have to go on the exploration stage. And the exploration stage is such an important stage because so many of you guys are ready to leave that you're just ready to just jump out. And the internet has made it very the internet has made it very easy to do so because so many people are telling you that they've got the plan and they've got the key. Literally right before I got on, I saw somebody, I don't even remember their name or whatever the case is, but they were like, I went to X place for 2 weeks and this is everything you must know. How can you know everything that someone else must know in 2 weeks in one place that you visited for the first time? Now, maybe that wasn't their full story, but that was what was supposed to get you hooked to watching the video. If you are the person that will fall for that, you're not going to I would say your probability of moving abroad and being successful is lowered because you do not need to be taking advice from people that would turn around and be somewhere for 2 weeks and tell you this is everything you need to know or this is what you must know. How do you know that? So y'all have to start looking at the things that you guys are consuming because anybody that's going to say you're going to learn everything you need to know by watching this in 20 seconds, they're not telling you the truth. They're telling you sensationalized things to make certain that the algorithm does what the algorithm does, and then they're paid on the back end. But you guys have to realize that you are making a life decision. Not talking about the people that are just going for a couple of days. I will say that even with that, I wouldn't take anybody's advice that actually doesn't really know. Because so many people, I'm here in Medellin, Colombia. Our relocation tour tonight about Medellin, Colombia. But there are so many people that are putting content out about Medellin that don't live here, that are literally telling people what it is that they can do in a city that they don't actually understand. Excuse me, they haven't walked around. They don't know the community, don't know the vibes, don't know the culture, barely understand the language. And even if you're fluent in Spanish from one place, doesn't mean you're fluent in Colombian Spanish. Que lo que for my Dominicans is not utilized in a fashion that it is in Dominican Republic. Same way que chimba and other things in Puerto Rico and different places you go. So you cannot be in a scenario where you're actually seriously considering relocating, moving and selling all your stuff and moving abroad, and you're going to take microwave advice. You got to put it in the oven 100%, because this is something that is really serious. So before we get into it, make certain anybody that is interested in this, anybody that knows anybody interested in this, please share the live. The live is designed to give you understanding on what our relocation tours do for you, why it is that you want to take a relocation tour, no matter where it is that you want to go in the world, and how to go about signing up. So realistically, from a relocation tour perspective, you guys have to understand, we went yesterday over the 6 steps on how to move abroad. These steps aren't designed specifically for a individual place. There are 6 broad steps that you need, that you actually have to do in order to move abroad. And I would say increase your probability of being successful. The second step is the exploration stage. I say that because I mentioned yesterday, you have to inspect what you expect. You could go on 1,000 forums, do a bunch of research, but until you take the first step and actually go, and I don't mean go and like, oh, I'm going with my friends and we're going to do a bunch of fun stuff that weekend. I'm going to see what it's like. Yeah, you can have fun in all of these places, but what do you do when you don't want to just party and vacation and rage? Where do you go to get food, the best quality food, the cheaper food, versus paying something that could be considered American prices? All of these things are considerations when you go about, okay, this is where I want to go, but how do I actually go about narrowing it down, connecting with the community that I'm looking to be a part of? So a relocation tour is so important. You could possibly meet some of these people, in the ideation stage. I tell you guys, you get to get into, sure, let's do it. I tell you guys to get into these Facebook groups, because these Facebook groups actually hold the information and the knowledge that you are going to need to start your journey. You might meet people and get invited to the WhatsApp groups, and the WhatsApp groups get a little more granular. They get a little bit more personable. And I say that is because now you're really getting an understanding of what goes on in daily life. So you're getting a feel of it, but you need to see it for yourself. I would say anybody considering moving abroad to first go on a relocation tour. Maybe somebody has set it up in the place that you have that you're looking for. Good. Go on one. Because if they've done their due diligence, their relocation tours are designed to take the hassle out of moving abroad. It is not moving from state to state. It is moving completely to a new language, possibly a new culture. Even places that speak English aren't the same culture as America. People's values are different. The opportunity for healthcare is completely different. But you won't really understand that if you only go TikTok surfing. Seriously. Now, you might be watching this on TikTok. Good for you. But the information that other channels are able to provide, like, do you guys memorize videos? Like, everything I'm saying right now, you guys memorizing it? How if you had to reference it in a video, you would have to go back to the video and then reference it and kind of watch it over and over again, I guess, to be able to memorize what it is that I'm saying, the key elements, the key parts. Why would somebody make you go fill out a puzzle just to figure out what it is that they're saying? These conversations are designed, one, because I'm looking at you guys' comments, trying to figure out what it is that you want information on, to give you an understanding why you need to go on a relocation tour. I'm not saying go on mines, just go on mines. I'm saying hopefully the community of expats, the community of people that used to live in the States or from another place and living in a new spot, are setting this up for you. I hope somebody says, oh, shoot, we need to go do this because, most people will go do this and say, oh, there's some money to be made. Sure, there's money made in anything. But there's so many people that want to put free resources and time and literally sit in front of you guys and talk to you and give you real information on top of a website. If you guys don't already know, Mood Travel Colombia, which is two O's in Mood, two O's in Colombia. moodtravelcolombia.com. You go there. There are free resources that are already there. Our experts, and we'll get into those experts, but those experts that are there in immigration, those experts that are there for you guys in healthcare, can understand what healthcare looks like in Colombia. I can only give you experts from the place that I know. I've been living here for 2 years, and it took me 2 whole years of living here, and on top of 7 years before that of coming here. Before I say, hey, I feel like I'm comfortable enough to give you a little bit, and I don't know everything, which is why I went to go get experts to say, hey, I actually had to utilize these experts. Most of the experts that are on the page, I've worked with to make my journey into living in Colombia a lot easier. So I've turned around and pre-vetted and worked through the kinks and worked through the scenarios to give you guys an easier path out of where it is that I came from, so that you don't have to do with the pitfalls, spend money in places that may not pan out. These are all things that are already pre-vetted for you. Now, you may be looking to go somewhere where, unfortunately, the people that were there didn't look to reach back. They didn't look to put to something together like a relocation tour and say, hey, let's make it easier. Because before then, as one of the admins in the Black and Medellin chat down here, and people, I watch chats and the Facebook groups and all of it, and people come back and don't even know where to start. Because people always say, well, we answered that maybe 3 months ago, but I just got here today. And then they're like, well, search in the group chat. Well, if you search realtor in a group chat or a Facebook group, there may be 100 different posts. And of those 100 different posts, there may be 30 to 40 different comments. How are you actually going to vet who out of those 100 posts knows what they're talking about? Who out of those 100 comments, 30, 40 comments per post, know what they're talking about and not, the ops? Seriously. You got to realize you got privilege coming from America. So you, no matter if you're white, black, whatever color, you have privilege. You may make more money even though you don't have any money based off of just American dollars. A lot of people don't realize that Americans have to spend in American dollars and the exchange doesn't add up. But from the outside looking in, you not only you have USD and access to it, but you also are a traveler because you're in front of me. So you guys have to realize, like, you might not feel privileged where you live at today, but you are. And the world knows it. You just don't. You don't feel privileged because of all the stuff and things you work for. And it's just like, I'm just getting by. Like, I just took a trip for a little bit. I'm literally looking to move out of the United States because things start to cost too much. I don't want to keep paying so much money for bare necessities. Never mind healthcare, just bare necessities. So you don't realize that you're privileged. So when you go out and you have to realize, one thing I learned about travel is having a hookup, knowing somebody somewhere that can give you the direct access to what it is that you need. Seriously. So many people don't realize that traveling is actually about relationships. There's a price for, I don't know you. And there's a price for, that's my friend, or that's a friend of a friend. And you guys don't realize that. So many places I know in different countries don't have prices on things. You just go in the store and it's like, hi, how are you? And you're like, American. Got it. So when moving abroad, if you don't know this stuff and know how to operate or give yourself an opportunity, this is not Colombia. I'm talking about anywhere. You could be paying more. People could possibly take advantage of you. I'm not looking to scare you. I'm just being honest with you. I lived in South Florida. I tell people moving from South Florida was the weirdest thing because South Florida is the home of the legal scams. I've never seen so many legal businesses that were actual, like, not really great businesses at all. So it's not like something we're talking about that you guys aren't familiar with. You just might not be woke up about it. You might not just be like, you don't think about it in a way where it's like, it's just America. You're just used to it, So when you go out abroad, you realize that you need to have some hookups. You need to have some contacts. The travel community is small. especially if you go through vetted sources. And so many of us know each other. You'd be surprised. 6 degrees of separation is probably like 3 to 4 in the travel community. So when you get into, leaving and moving, you need to really put yourselves in some people's hands that know what they're talking about. Give you an understanding of what it is that you actually need to know before you go and book that ticket. To say, okay, I'm going to go look at the place that I'm thinking about. But what are you looking for when you get there? Do you have a roadmap of what that looks like? Because I'll tell you, you need a number of things. For Colombia, we good. You guys are good. If you guys are looking to move to Colombia, Medellin, Cartagena, all of the people work in a capacity where they can help you from almost anywhere in Colombia, like a lot of these things. Believe it or not. In Colombia is like every city is almost 50 minutes away from each other. So it's not like, and a flight is $17, $20. It's not like a big financial take on if you like are looking to move somewhere else and our expat experts are given information on this particular place, because a lot of Colombia is going to move relatively similar from a red tape perspective of immigration lawyers and different things that you might need to know, even mobile apps. But the relocation tours are going to be important. I'll tell you why, what we do on ours, but I'm going to tell you what it is that you guys are going to need. If you are not going on our relocation tour, but you are looking to move abroad to somewhere, wherever it is, you guys need to know what the different neighborhoods in the city that you're looking for and what they offer. You need to know if you get sick, is there someone can come to my house? Is there a place that is close that is just a small hospital? Is a place that is close that is a bigger hospital that I may be able to get care that I may be used to in the United States? What does that look like from a cost perspective? But basic things also. Where are the grocery stores at? Where are the local markets? Because most of us, you guys know about farmers markets and stuff, but you don't make it a part of your path like a normal. You're like, maybe go once a month to the farmers market. But what if I could tell you you could spend maybe it's $100 a bag in groceries in the United States, but you could spend $75 a bag of groceries in Colombia. What if I told you could do that? You're like, what? Like, yeah, because some of these grocery stores are really, really expensive. Not all of them, but some of them. However, if you go to the local markets, you are going to see the prices that you possibly are going to be looking for. So I was talking about that yesterday. A dollar a pound of strawberries, fresh strawberries like this big, $1 a pound. Literally, all of these things are things that if you don't know, you won't go looking for them. You'll keep spending as if you're in America and not being in there. So these things you need to go look for. Where the banks are. Right. Where the banks are, where are the gyms, where are the co-working spaces? I'm not big on group projects and or group work, but there are so many people that love co-working, going to meet different people in that setting. I have a job to do. But for my folks that love the co-working, cool. Where are those places at? Where are the gyms? Different communities in different countries, gym culture is big. You might find the love of your life at the gym. Overseas, who knows? But all of these things are important. Banks, if you're looking to open up a bank account, what are the things the locals do? That's getting into the settling in stage. But all of these things you might want to figure out on a relocation tour so you can kind of see what your life would be like before you said, yep, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a shirt that says it. From TikTok to terminal. And it's going to be like a red stop sign because you need to stop going from TikTok to terminal, selling all your stuff, moving abroad, these plans where I'm just going to jump out of the plane with no parachute and make it and figure it out on my way down. That can work, but the probability of it is not likely. It's not. So you have to literally set yourself up for high probability. The relocation tours that we have are designed to take everything that it is that I had to figure out over 2 years by myself, never mind the people that I've met and the things that they've been able to expose me to say, hey, I will never And you guys may know me, may not know me, but if to know me knows that I'm never going to lead you down an alley, one, that I've never walked down, and two, I don't feel comfortable enough walking down again and then telling and educating somebody. Say, bro, this is what you got to do, man. Like, listen, I did this, and this. I did all of these things and I was successful. I've seen so many people do all of these things and they were successful outside of me. I've seen so many people skip steps and they not be successful. So I don't just come from an isolated opinion of what it is that I have to tell you. I literally keep my ears open. I keep my ears to the streets to understand what it is that I might not have been through, but how it is that we can create a safe environment for you to walk through doors that so many people are looking, but don't know how to do it. Here it is. March 12th through the 17th, we'll be here in Medellin, Colombia. I will tell you what is offered and what is included. I will tell you the pricing. I'll tell you what we're going to do each day. I will tell you what's not included. We're going to get into that in the next couple of minutes, just so you guys can understand it. Then I'll let y'all go back on y'all Fridays. I don't want to take up too much time. I just want to give you enough information to feel comfortable. You guys go to the website, see all the free resources there. Once again, that's moodtravelcolombia.com. All of those free resources are already there. No purchase required. You don't have to buy anything from me. I just want somebody, at least if you're going to go with some structure. You don't have to go on our relocation tours if you don't want to. I'll be okay. But will you? I don't know. I don't. So let's get into it. We will be there March 12th through the 17th. What is included? Well, you know what? It's a lot more inclusions than non-inclusions. I'll get into the non-inclusions first because those are the easiest to check off. Airfare. It's not going to be included. Your accommodations are not going to be included because so many of you are different kinds of people. So many of you will come down on a relocation tour and even with everything I've said and say, I'm going to stay in a hotel. So many of you will say, hey, he might have a short-term rental person or suggestions on Airbnb to go to spend the time that would be in a relocation tour in an actual neighborhood versus a canned experience like a hotel. I can't put that in your hands. That's on you. So accommodations are not included. Meals that I do not say are included are not included. So those are the things that are not included. We will have centralized meeting points to get you guys, once I figure out everybody where they are, to get you guys picked up and taken to the different places. You will have group dinners and things of that. Let's get into the conclusions because it's not, like I said, it's not that many things, but I want you guys to have the freedom because you're really looking to move here. Any other group trip, I'm telling you, hey, this is where we're staying. I did all the research, but this is your life. Just because you move here through me doesn't mean we have to be best friends. We might be good friends. We might hang out every once in a while, but this doesn't mean like, oh, well, I'm expecting, no. You might come here with your family. I just want to be a medium and a vehicle to be able to give you the resources that you actually need to figure this out. Connect you to the resources, connect you to the communities that are already doing it without you here. And that's why I always tell people when looking into relocating, do you want to be Ferdinand Magellan? Do you want to be an explorer? Do you want to go out and forge your own path? Or do you want to become a part of a community that already exists? I can't tell you what it is that you want to do, but so many of you guys are looking to move to a place and don't understand what the community does without you being a part of it. And you're going to get there and you're going to be disappointed. I will tell you that the Medellin community is bountiful and beautiful. There are so many expats that are down here that anything that you could possibly think of, you can do. Basketball, soccer, football, whatever you want to call it. American football. I got invited to play tackle football overseas. And I said, you're not going to get me. You're not going to get me. I'm 37 years old. You're not going to get me. No. But literally anything and everything. Anything and everything. My man said, you wake up in the United States and read the same things over and over again. It's insanity. And it's like, yeah, I'm hip. I'm used to it. I understand. I know what you guys are going through. That's why I even thought about this because I realized my friends and family are still in the United States. They may not be in a position to leave, but I still got to give them something to hope for. I got to give them some hope because it's just a constant cycle. So the relocation tour, when we get out here, we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to first, each night, we will go to a group dinner. The group dinners are designed the first night, one, to figure out who you guys are, get a better understanding outside of this, because it's a one-way conversation. Outside of the comments and everything else, this is relatively one way. But to get an understanding of who I am, I'll bring out my other expat friends that literally live here from different variations, from single women to parents with children to single guys, like whatever it is that needs to be available. We open our community up because we are a very strong community. I like to say that because I see so many of the community supporting each other, whether it's business ventures, whether it is a guy came down and like he had an allergic reaction, and somebody that didn't know him ended up going to his house and pretty much saving his life and going to the hospital with him. Shout out to Royal for that one, because that's what I mean. Like, so many of y'all don't know that there's community abroad, and you might feel like the black sheep in your family and feel like, I'm the only one and everybody thinks I'm crazy. But it's a lot of the ones like us that are out here and they're like, yeah, my family thought I was crazy. And it's like, yours too? I'm like, yep. But I'm having a better time and a better quality of life out here. So that first day is about the group dinner. We bring you guys each night to a different group dinner. One thing I always find so weird is people are like, Colombian food isn't good. And I'm like, you are a liar. First of all, third-party resources will tell you Colombian food is one of the higher rated foods. I just don't think you know what to eat. So I will take you to all of the places that are, once again, pre-vetted. RJ eats there. That way you don't have to worry about, when you do land here, where to start. And we are at least the Black Medellin community. There's a foodies group and everything else, and that's the thing. They have so many groups. You could be a part of anything. This is not just like isolated to Black people. This is for everyone, because everybody is out here, at least in Medellin, Colombia. But literally each night for the relocation tour, you guys are going to get the opportunity to go to a different group dinner. Group dinners are designed to show you some amazing Afro-Colombian food, get you a part of the community environment, because community and neighborhood and all that stuff, that's important as you move abroad and see what is actually valuable to your life versus what you've been sold, to be honest with you. Like, so many of us have waken up, snapped out of it, and realized like, hey, we've traded so much away for much of nothing. So the first night you get in, you get checked into wherever it is, and we'll tell you, hey, this is where the group dinner is. You guys get there. Ubers are cheap. Ubers are $2, $3 for most places. You can go $4 for 20 minutes in Colombia. So those are nominal costs. Group dinners, first day though. First day we do a half-day seminar. The half-day seminar is designed to take all those people that are on movetravelcolombia.com, those experts, immigration lawyers, local guys that can go to the bank and speak the Spanish that you haven't learned yet. The guys that I mentioned, immigration lawyers, the healthcare people that will come to your house if you're sick. They'll tell you what it is that they'll come to your house for. What else do we have? Short-term rentals. We have people that are doing the property investment. So they will help you if you're looking to either buy or invest in the property. They're going to be in front of your face. You see me right here? They're going to be actually in front of your face for a half-day seminar. We get you guys some lunch during that time, but we really want to get you guys some Q&A and opportunity so that you can ask an expert, because I am only an expert in what it is that I know, but these are experts that have helped thousands of expats move abroad every day, not just like once a month. No, every day they're moving people abroad and helping them get here where we are and get to the freedom that I'm hoping that most of you guys will be able to receive. Hold on, now I have a question. Yeah, apparently, yeah, for certain. One thing I will tell you, though, the next 3 days are important. The next 3 days are really getting down to the nitty and the gritty. Okay, you have all the resources that you need. You locked and loaded. You don't need anything else to move. You are 100% full coverage. Cool. But where do you live at? Laureles is in Sabaneta, is in Poblado. The biggest question somebody asked in the comments, the biggest question people won't ask when relocating is, where do I actually live? So many people, I keep telling y'all looking to move abroad. like Nas and Belly, and y'all said I want to go to Africa, and not realizing that Africa is a continent. You got to realize, oh, I want to move to Colombia, but where? Oh, I want to move to Cartagena, but where? Well, just Cartagena. Well, Cartagena has multiple different neighborhoods. Medellin has multiple different neighborhoods. Imagine saying I want to move to New York City, and you get into those not the diaspora wars, but the neighborhood wars with the New York folks. Because I know so many people live in Brooklyn and say, please do not invite me if it's not in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, the Bronx, Long Island, all of those are different neighborhoods, with all offer different things. Why do you think another country would not have those same things? So the next 3 days on a relocation tour are designed to get down to the nitty and the gritty. It's literally designed down to what neighborhoods do I want to live in? Do I want a beautiful view? You guys, I post so many views, but I'm like, if you have mobility issues or you want to go walk outside and everything is right there, this may not be the view for you. You might want to be around bars and restaurants and nightlife and just walk outside and it's right there. Well, you might not want to be in this neighborhood. Oh, but I want the view. Oh, well, let me get the middle. Well, where's the middle? Do you know where that is? Did they tell you that on TikTok? Did the guy that made the 2-minute video, did he tell you what neighborhoods are the best neighborhoods to go to and why you may want to be in one and not the other? Nope. This. All your answers is this said. The relocation tours, that's what we're here for. March 12th to the 17th. We're literally going to give you these things. So right now we're going over what the first couple of days are. First day is half day expert seminar. You get in, you get your group dinner. The next day you come and speak to these experts, get some real information for you. Let's peel back the layer. Let's peel back the onion with this. The next 3 days are designed to give you a different view of a different neighborhood. We're going to walk you into an apartment in said neighborhood so you can see what an apartment even looks like. You guys are so used to having to go furnish places. You guys are so used to having to pay utilities. All of that is covered in 95% of these places that you're going to be moving from the United States to move into. You are so used to the battering of the United States and paying $2,000 just for rent to hear that you might pay $500 to $600 for what it is that's bigger than what it is that you afford at home. You're like, what are they talking about? Yeah, you're going to have to invest time into this. This is March 12th to the 17th, 6 days, 5 nights. It's 6 whole steps, bro. It's 6 whole steps into getting into what it is. You got to, I think about it. You have to, go explore. There's 4 other steps after those first 2. So it is 100% investment in time because it is your life. You either are at a point where you're going to stay and continue to get what it is that you've gotten, which may have led you exactly to this conversation that we're on right now, or you're going to change. You're going to change and say, I'm done, and I'm ready to unplug and I'm ready to go. So these relocation tours are the next step after you've narrowed it down and figured it out. Where am I going to go? Okay, I've narrowed it down to Colombia. Out of the cities in Colombia, I've narrowed it down to Medellin. But I still don't know what the neighborhoods are because these people aren't putting that content up. Nobody's saying, Lorella's, if you like walking and like being able to do, I haven't even seen that. Not saying it doesn't exist, but if it is, it's probably not even in English. So you might not even be able to understand what it is they're saying. But this relocation tour in the next 3 days after the half-day group seminar are designed to bring you into a neighborhood, show you an apartment, what that looks like, show you the things that can be available outside to you, get you comfortable with taking Uber. Let's have some conversations. You know, everybody on our relocation tour is going to know how to say, hola, buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? We're going to be able to go and ask to go to the bathroom. We're going to make sure that you have bare necessity things because you're going to need that before you go home and say, okay, yeah, I'm ready to leave. But you can't say hello, good morning. I would be a fool to bring you all the way here, give you something as far as a relocation tour and not give you some things that you could actually use both when you come back and go to move, because the relocation tour actually stops my input. Not saying that we won't see each other and we won't be involved because there's plenty of Black and Medellin things that go on. So we always going to run into each other. But I literally hand you over to the experts. My job is just to be the vehicle, give you the things that you need that so many of us did not have. Now, outside of those 3 neighborhood tours, because those are the next 3 days, half day tours of neighborhoods, so local banks, grocery stores, co-working spaces, all of the things that you would need and saying, okay, I'm going to go live in Lorella's. I want to live in this neighborhood. Where's all this stuff at? Here it is. Let's not keep it under a rock. Let's turn the rock over and find out exactly where it is. So the relocation tours are designed to do that. And if you are going on a relocation tour with somebody else and they aren't doing that, call them to the carpet. If you are going on a relocation tour with nobody, these are some of the elements that you're going to need to really figure out. Is this for me? Is this for me and my dog? Is this for me and my book bag? Is this for me, my wife and my kids? Whatever your mixed pack is, you have to put this in. Now, some of the other things we'll do outside of the directly local things to show you what the neighborhoods and give you the access that we didn't have is we're going to do some fun stuff. So the fun stuff has to do with community. So we are going to give you guys some opportunities to do some Afro volunteerism within the local Afro-Colombian community. So not only are you going to find out how to move here and how and where to live and where the stuff is, but you're going to be able to get directly connected to the community, which so many people would either takes them a very long time to do or they never get connected. Let's make that happen. We're going to make that happen on these relocation tours and literally fuse the gap between you coming from America and the Afro-Colombian community here, and you're going to see the beauty and the simplicity of being able to share these things between each other. Not tangible things. Things from a mind perspective, things from a heart perspective. So you guys are going to be able to get some into some Afro volunteerism opportunities out here. Shout out to Miss Chalet. We're going to be doing an international a cultural cookout exchange. So we're going to be bringing some Afro-Colombian dishes. We're going to be bringing some Afro-American dishes. We're going to bring some Afro-X dishes to the actual cookout. And you guys, that's included as well. We talked about the nightly dinners. You get those food at night. You get the the cultural experience, and that is a fun experience between music, food, games. I tell people, we know y'all know how we play spades. They play bingo like we play spades, and they is just us. I have to say that so you know I'm talking about Afro-Colombians and African Americans. But if you see the fervor that they are playing spades with, bingo with, it is the exact same energy that we are playing spades with. And everybody play dominoes. So you already know what time it is. So the opportunity not only to come here, live like a local, see what it is that we do on a daily basis. Figure out, is Medellin something that I just saw on TikTok and it wasn't for me? Or is the community that's waiting there for me? Is what that bald dude told me everything that it was? I did all the research. I followed the 6 steps. He gave me some game. He hooked me up. I done had a hookup. Why shouldn't y'all? You don't have to know me to have a hookup. The information is already there. MoveTravelColombia.com. That is where you're going to go be able to sign up. If it depends on what platform you're on, you will be able to go and sign up directly clicking the link. If not, go to MoveTravelColombia.com. You can actually sign up. The pricing, super straightforward. Singles. Now, I say singles, occupancy and double occupancy, not because accommodations are included, but because you may be coming by yourself, or you might be coming with your friend, your family, or whatever the case is. If you have family, like kids and all that stuff, please, there's opportunities to contact us. But some people maybe just come in 1 or 2 people. Oh, before we get into that, go to the website. I tell you guys to figure out what city you want to go to. MoveTravelColombia.com. There's a test. It's going to ask you some information. It is going to give you a list of places based off of the information that you actually input on what city you may be wanting to look and actually move to. Our city guides are on there. It's not just Medellin. It's not just Cartagena. There's Barranquilla. There's San Andres. I won't say moving to San Andres, but there are so many city guides on giving you Santa Marta. There's information on those different places that are already there. It's free stuff. It's free. Y'all like free? Todo es gratis. So do yourself a favor with that. The pricing is super straightforward. Single occupancy is going to be $830. It's 6 days, 5 nights. They get you the meals that we have. They get you the access to the experts. It gets you the cultural exchange cookout. It gets you the Afro volunteerism opportunities. Yes, we are giving resources and things and physical nature to people that are in less benefit than us. So we're taking some of that money that you guys are going to be giving to us to be able to run this show and giving it back to the people of the community that are in a lesser scenario. because these people know how to be resilient and utilize resources to better be able to better their community. And once you get down here, you're going to really appreciate what I feel like America doesn't give you the opportunity to appreciate at such a high clip. So single occupants are going to be at $830, 6 days, 5 nights. You do need to go get airfare. You do need to go get your accommodations, but accommodations are relatively cheap here. If you guys do need help with that, I can help you. But I want you to kind of come to me with the thought process of, well, hey, I don't walk a lot, or I'm not looking to walk a lot. I have mobility issues. Where should I be looking to stay? I want you to have a conversation with me. Take up my time with that, because that lets me know that somebody's actually doing their job of taking control of what it is that they're looking for and moving abroad. So I have no problem with that. Let me know what you need help with. Our double occupants are going to be $650 per person. It's listed as $1,300 on the page, but that's because it covers 2 people. Please don't get that confused. It's not $1,300 for one person. There's not a lot offered with that outside of paying the experts and their time for that stuff. So please just make certain $650 per person, 8 double occupancy. So you come with 2 people, it's $650 for each of you, $830 for the remaining you that come single occupants. I got no problem with helping step by step, because anybody willing to go put their money down, I've already done it. I've already got people that are coming. I've already sat there and talked to them for 30, 40 minutes. You know why? Because when I tell you, the community needs what it is that I wish I had more hands and or more people that were willing to volunteer their time to be able to give free things away, with the opportunity to build with each other. And money will come. I keep telling y'all that money will come, but literally step by step. Yes, if you're going to go pay a deposit and say, hey, I need help with what city, what neighborhood, well, I'm going to ask you, well, let me ask you about yourself. Do you want to be where all the restaurants or bars are, or would you want to be somewhere where maybe a little bit quieter? Do you want to? So we're going to have a conversation. I have no problem with that, because it's only the real people, the people that are serious, that are going to go and put a deposit down. If you're not fed up with America, stay right there. I'm okay. Stay right there. But if you're ready to go, then you have to make a decision. You got to get out of the passenger seat that is your life and your car and get into the driver's seat and say, it's enough is enough. I'm not about to let me, my family, my kids grow up in an environment where it's no longer safe for me. Maybe you feel safe. So many of you guys don't, and you don't know what the first step is. If you're watching, congratulations, you're doing the first step. First step is the idea of thinking of leaving. The second step is the exploration stage, which is why we are here. You got to explore. You got to inspect what you expect. So we get into that, and every Friday we talk about these relocation tours. Unless something comes up, we do our expat convos as well, because I wanted to bring people that live here in Medellin with us that are a part of the community that you will become a part of. Also want to bring on resources from other locations. I tell you, so much of the information that I'm giving you, you can take it to anywhere. The 6 steps are good for any location that you want to go to. They're not just isolated to Colombia. But I got friends in Ghana. I got friends in the Middle East. I got friends in Africa. Not Africa. I said Ghana already. Zanzibar. I got friends in Belize. I've got so many friends because my travel community is, I tell you, it's really small. And I want to bring you guys on, because even if you don't move to Colombia, not all of you can move to Colombia. But I want to be at least a platform that gives you a place to go and say, hey, I can get some real information. I can use there. That guy's not going to lie to me. He's going to bring people on because he don't know it all. And he already told me that. I want to bring on other voices so you can hear from them, that you realize that, hey, and trust me, I do not do pre conversations with anybody. I may send them a list of questions I ask, but I have a conversation with them whether they're here or not. The same way I'm having a one-way conversation with y'all, I have a two-way conversation with them. And they end up every time echoing, regurgitating exactly what I tell y'all when I'm on here by myself. Exactly what I tell y'all when I'm on here by myself. And I always smile. I say, you must be watching. You know why? Because what I'm telling you ain't no lies. It's the facts. It's the truth. And if I come up on something that I've misrepresented, I will come back and correct it, because I want this to be a truth platform, a place where you can go and say, hey, he might not know everything, but he has enough to get me to start thinking That guy said a one-way question that he didn't realize he woke me up. He said something I was waiting for somebody to say, and I didn't even know it. And now I can't even think about anything the same way I've been walking up and walking around with. These are real things, guys. So please, whether it's the relocation tour on moodtravelcolumbia.com, whether it's a relocation tour in somewhere other place that somebody has put together, whether it's your own curated relocation tour, go on the website. You can see, well, what they doing. Once you put a website up, anybody can look at it. So it's not like I don't want anybody to know about it. No, go, please. Save yourself. The lifeboat is on moodtravelcolumbia.com. The only difference is you ready to go because y'all know the story. Oh, Jesus, hey, please help save me. I'm in the mud. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. Boat come. Hey, you need some help? Like, no. Jesus is coming to save me. I'm good. Like a boat come. No. I'm good. Jesus come and save me. Jesus gonna send 2 boats to you and you ain't listening to anything that them people came because Jesus sent them. You in the religion, in the Bible, never mind, it's just positive energy. The world will bring you what you need if you are doing the right things with positive energy. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be subscribed to anybody. The world will bring you what you need if you are doing the right things. So this is the right thing. If you've been watching, you on the right thing. The only reason you must be watching is because you may be looking to leave or why somebody would be thinking about leaving. But please do not go from TikTok to terminal. Do not go sell all your things after this conversation and have done no research after only hearing me speak one time. Because if you hear me speak one time and you keep coming back, you're going to hear me say, hey, exploration stage is number 2. But that doesn't mean you're moving there. It's just number 2 stage. It's 4 more stages. But the first step is ideation. Because Nas, you're not going to Africa. You can go to Ghana, but where are you going to go in Ghana? You're not going to Africa. You're not going to a continent. You're going to a country. And in the country, you're going to a city. And in that city, you're going to be going to a neighborhood, which is what it is we show you on our relocation tour. So it is almost the 8 o'clock hour. I appreciate you guys for always tuning in. Next week is going to look a little different. I try to do my best staying on task Monday to Friday. However, I'm also an active traveler and have other people that are traveling. So anytime that I am traveling, I can't be in 2 places at once. So Monday and Friday of next week, you won't see me just because I'm headed to Mexico to celebrate New Year's and a number of things besides New Year's, but definitely want to make certain that at least on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'll be jumping on, drop some notes as far as when I'll be on because it may not be the normal times. I do need to be able to get some content shot and get some things taken care of when I get to said location, but I will be back on Tuesday. We'll talk about our normal topics, make certain that you guys are aware and abreast of how it is you can move to Colombia, why it is that I left, the steps that you need to take, the things America lied to you about, and why you're still stuck there trying to fight your life to get them. I got y'all. Don't y'all worry, man. Y'all gonna make sure y'all gonna see everything that you need to see on said platform. Y'all just need to make certain that 1, you're following, 2, you're sharing it to not only the people that need to hear this, but just in general. Download it, put it back on. The dude was preaching. I'm telling you. I want y'all to be better equipped than so many of you guys are because so many of you are right now at a crossroads where you're ready to go, but you don't know what the first step is. You're going to be able to hear that on this platform Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Next week, I'll be back. I said on Tuesday. Maybe I'll check in with you guys once I get to the resort and get all situated, but I definitely will talk to you guys next week. Please be safe. It's still the holidays. People, please just be safe. Please love on your loved ones. Please give your family and friends as many hugs and kisses as you can because tomorrow's not promised. It's time to take back your life, y'all. I appreciate you guys as always, and I will see you next week. If you have anything, jump on my messages. My DMs are open. So I'll talk to y'all soon and enjoy y'all Friday. I will do the same.